Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What in the World is Going On? So I'm here today eating a snack, of course, with you, but today's snack is still in the oven, and today's snack is brownies. So today we're going to talk about Iraq and the Pope's visit to Iraq while we eat some brownies. Hello everyone, hello, welcome. Tell me where you're from, what languages you speak. I love it. Hello. So the news is that the Pope has recently visited Iraq. Now, some of you who might not know the region well might be like, why would the Pope visit Iraq? Isn't he Catholic? What? Well, something you should know is that there are actually a large number of Christians living in the Middle East too, which makes sense because that is essentially where Jesus originated from, right? He was in the Levant, as we call it, the Levantine region. So there are a lot of Christians still living there. Now, they are a minority compared to the Muslims that are living there in the region, but they still make up a pretty substantial number. So let's see what they say. Hi everyone, hi. Okay, so yes, he went to Iraq. Now, something interesting I kind of want to delve into from that topic is what are the different minority groups of the Middle East? So all we hear about are the Arabs. So first of all, what is an Arab? So an Arab is an ethno-linguistic group that can be found in the Middle East and North Africa. So what does that mean? It means if the person speaks Arabic, they are Arab. Now that sounds a little confusing because maybe someone is of a different origin. True. So pretty much if you want to talk about ethnicity and bloodlines, if your ancestors are from a land that currently speaks Arabic, you are considered Arab. That's it. So let's think about that. Egyptians. Now, no, they do not ride camels to school, okay? They have a very modernized society, just like us. If you went to Cairo, you'd see pyramids, but guess what? You'd also see skyscrapers, just like in New York. So think about this. Yeah, ancient Egypt had a system of hieroglyphics, but now everyone speaks Arabic. That is the most modern Egypt we have today, right? And a lot of Egyptians also speak French and English, and it's really cool. So if you did not know that, now you do. Same with a lot of these other countries. They are pretty modern these days. And when I say modern, I mean most people have a smartphone. Most people are going to work in a modern city. They've got all the tech we have, and it's just like anyone else, right? So we have the Arabs who speak Arabic, right? Now, I speak Arabic, but my origins aren't Arab because I'm Armenian. So language came from Armenia, right? From the area of Armenia. And the Armenians had a genocide and they moved into the Middle East. Hold on, let me get a little charger cord because my phone is dying. All right. So, hello everyone. Hello, welcome. So, who are the minority groups in the Middle East? Well, I just mentioned one, the Armenians. The Armenians are a minority group in the Middle East because after the genocide, we went to all different countries and some of them were in the Middle East. But really, Armenians went all over. Another minority group in the Middle East are the Kurds. The Kurds. Kurdish, you might have heard those words before, Kurdistan. So, who are the Kurds? Where? So the Kurds can be found in northern Iraq, a little bit of Syria, a little bit of Turkey, and I believe a little bit of Iran too. If I'm wrong, I'll put it as a comment in the edit of this video, but they are from that region. Now, if you know that in the past, we didn't have borders, right? We didn't have like someone just drawing out borders. We just had towns, maybe cities, and areas of land with people. For example, the Assyrians, another minority group, not Syrian, Assyrians. They speak the language of Jesus, as they say. The language of Jesus is Aramaic. Okay, so that is the language that Jesus actually spoke, and that is an ethnic minority group of the Middle East. But is there an Assyria today? I don't see it on the map, right? Well, that area used to be an area in the Middle East, just like Persia is now Iran. The Ottoman Empire is now many different countries, but one of them is Turkey, right? So, same thing with Kurdistan. There was a lot of this ethno-linguistic group. Okay, they speak Kurdish, they have their own language. They are in that region. So, I bet a lot of you who are tuning in already know this, but I like to give this this area of the Middle East some light, because I think a lot of people don't know enough about this. So share with your friends. Tell people to get online and listen. This is like Middle East 101. So again, we have the Kurds, we have the Armenians. They all speak a different language. So the Kurds, most of them these days do identify as Muslim. The Armenians, like 99% of them identify as Christian. I believe it's like 80 to 90% identify as Armenian Orthodox Apostolic, and then another, I think, like 10-20 identify as Catholic, which I was shocked about, honestly, because Armenians have a great pride in their own religion. They have literally their own religion. But yeah, that's a thing. Kurds are Muslim, okay, and Armenian is a language, Kurdish is a language. Now we have the Assyrians. The Assyrians were also one of the groups that I was talking about just now. Language of Jesus, Aramaic. A lot of people still speak it. Isn't that cool? So even though, like, things happened in the Middle East where, like, you know, countries took over, the Ottomans, like, conquered a lot of places, people converted to Islam, a lot of people stayed Christian, and a lot of people kept their language, which is pretty darn amazing, because, like, let's take the Armenians, for example. Could you imagine, like, an empire coming to, like, massacre you, and the language that they were speaking is still spoken today? That is called #resilience. Like, that is pretty amazing. So, we have the Kurds, we have the Armenians, we have the Assyrians. What other ethnic minorities are in the Middle East? Haha, the Druze. The Druze. Have you ever heard of the Druze before? The Druze are an ethno-religious group. Okay, so remember, ethno-linguistic we've been doing, now ethno-religious. And also Armenians are technically ethno-religious too, because we have our own religion. So, the Druze. Who are the Druze? So, this is a big topic of debate. So, religious-wise, we are talking about how the Druze are, like, they have their own religion. Some scholars kind of tie it to Shia Islam, but if you said that to a Druze person, they'd be like, oh, like, no, we have our own religion. So just so you know what others are saying, okay? So that is a thing. And yes, they are found mostly in Lebanon, south of Lebanon, and north of Israel, Palestine. Okay, so that is a thing. Oh, I think my brownies might be ready. Come with me, because we need to, you know, we don't just talk, we talk and eat. Oh, yes. Oh, fabulous. Amazing. Oh, the brownies are ready. Fabulous, fabulous. So, hold on. Alexa, timer off. Thank you. Okay. So, we have the Druze. We have the... Oh, yeah. So, the Druze. Okay. So, what language do the Druze speak? Well, the Druze, a lot of them speak Arabic. And the ones who live in the Israeli area, they speak Hebrew. And the ones who live in the Palestinian territories, they speak Arabic. So, that's another one. What's another one? Let's think. Now, we also have, like, ethnic minorities that came from other countries that still exist today. Well, Armenia still exists today, but you know what I mean? Like, they come from, like, for example, the Philippines, right? A lot of people from the Philippines go to Lebanon, Jordan, and they work there. A lot of Pakistanis come to the United Arab Emirates and work there. So if you've ever been to Dubai, Dubai is in the United Arab Emirates, but the capital of the Emirates is not Dubai. It is Abu Dhabi, okay, which is in Arabic Abu Dhabi, and in Arabic Dubai is Dubai, okay? So when you go to Dubai, you are in the United Arab Emirates. There's 7 Emirates, okay? One of them is Dubai, one of them is the one I just said, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, I think it's Hajjan or something. I'm forgetting the names, but those are some of the Emirates. So did you know that there are actually more Pakistani origin, like people of Pakistani origin living there than Emiratis? Yes. So, yeah. Again, there are minorities, but like coming from countries that have defined borders that still exist. Let's think of another. Am I forgetting any? Who's on here? Would you guys know? Hi, Yasha Katarina. I'm trying to think other minorities. Of course, Greek. Definitely, there's a lot of Greeks in Lebanon, and there's a lot of every type of ethnic group in the United Arab Emirates, because there's so many expats living there. But I'm trying to think. I think that's a good list so far. If I think of any others, I'll let you know. We'll do another one. So if you were confused about why the Pope went to Iraq, well, first of all, the Pope can go to any country. It doesn't matter if they have Christians there or not. But now there are Christians in Iraq. It's pretty cool. And a long time ago, not a long time ago, but when the U.S. invaded in Iraq, they were, like, people lived in peace. Like, the Sunnis and the Shias were bros. Like, the Christians. Everyone was, like, living in peace. Even, like, Jewish people, Jewish Iraqis, all living in peace, man. And then, like, stuff happened, and then now everyone's like against each other. So just know that they were doing great. I mean, of course not in all areas, because every government has its issues, but in terms of keeping the peace, they had a lot of peace between each other. So it's kind of interesting. Anyway, hope you learned something. If you did, tell me what you learned in the comments below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day.